Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to this is day number 3, week 15, spring 2024. That's day number 3, week 15, spring 2024 of our journey together. And it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here for this evening's class. Let's head up. Today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, the what? Wednesday, the 17th of
17.
April. Yeah, the 17th of April. 2024. The subject is, of course, we're going to start off with mathematics. And the topic is word problems. Involving mixed fractions, yes. So we're going to be looking at word problems involving mixed fractions. And the question says the following. So let's begin with the first question. Let me color code this. All right, so the question says the following. It says, this is our first example. We can call this example number 1. It says, Stephen bought 2 packages of hamburger meat. Each package weighed 2 let's say that each package weighed 2 and 3/4 pounds. Um, 2 and 3/4 pounds of yeah, 2 and 3/4 pounds. We wanna calculate the total weight of the meat. Calculate the total weight of the meat. So Stephen bought 2 packages of hamburger meat. Each weighed 2 and 3/4 pounds. Calculate the total weight of the meat. All right. Any ideas on how we're gonna be able to do this?
We turned out 2 and 3/4 into a mixed fraction.
Say it again.
I said that you turn 2 and 3/4 into a mixed fraction.
Change it into a mixed fraction. 2 and 3/4 is a mixed fraction. That's what you would do. That's what you would do, Jevin? Yeah. Any other ideas on how we're gonna do it? It says 2 packages of hamburger meat, and we know that each package weighs 2 and 3/4 pounds of So if we want to figure the total weight, what could we do? Right, there are multiple.
Add 2 and 3 over 4 and 2 and 3 over 4.
Yeah, we could say 2 and 3 over 4. So we could add them, right? So 2 and 3 over 4 plus, right? 2 and 3 over 4. And then that would be a way to get our answer, right? If we just add them. But what I want to do is I want to multiply them. I want to multiply. Because it says how many packages we have? We have 2, right? So I want to multiply it
that's fine.
by I'll multiply it by what? Okay, what I can multiply it by? What can I multiply it by? I can multiply it by 2, right? So let me erase all this. Clear all drawings. So we have so let's go ahead and actually do this question. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna multiply, right? 2 and 2 and 2 3/4 together. So we're gonna say, in order to get our answer, in order to figure out the total amount of meat, we're gonna say 2 multiplied by so we have 2 and Jevin, make sure your mic is muted, please. So we have 2 multiplied by 2 and 3 over 4. So in order for us to do this, so we have to multiply 2 by 2 and 3 over 4. Now, in order for us to do this, what is the first thing that we have to do? We have to do what? We have to
Turn that one into
take the whole number and change it into a fraction, right? So it's gonna be what? 2 over what?
4.
2 over 1.
2
2
over
over 1. 2 over 1. Right? 2 over 1 multiplied by, then we have 2 and 3 over 4. So 2 and 3 over 4, what we could do is we could multiply this, right? 2 and 4, and then we're gonna add 3, right? So we have 2 and 4, and then we're gonna add 3. So 2 times 4 is gonna be what?
3.
8 plus 3 is what?
11.
11. So it's gonna be 11 over what? Over what? Over 4. So we have 2 times 4, which is 8, plus 3, so 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 over 4. So the first thing that we did was that we took the 2 and we converted it into a fraction. So we write 2 over 1, and we multiplied it by this mixed number, which we converted into an improper fraction. So we have 2 times 4, which is 8, plus 3 is going to be 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 over 4. All right, next what we're gonna do is we are going to multiply now. So we have 2 multiplied by 11. What is 2 multiplied by 11? That's gonna be what?
22.
22, yeah, 22. So 2 multiplied by 11 is gonna be what? 22.
22 over 4.
And 1 times 4 is gonna be what?
4.
4.
4.
4. Okay, and so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna change this improper fraction into a what?
A mixed number.
A mixed number. And in order to do that, what must we do? We have to do what?
Find the lowest number.
No, not find the lowest common multiple. If we want to
Divide.
take 22 over 4 and change it into a mixed number, what must we do?
We have to divide 22 by 4.
Very good, divide 22 by 4. So we're gonna say 4 into, right, 4 into 22. How many times does 4 go into 22? 4 goes into 22, how many times?
5.
5 times. So 4 times 5 is what?
20.
20. And so we have 22 minus 20, which is going to be what? 2 minus 0 is what?
2.
2.
Two.
Right. And then 2 minus 2 is going to be
0.
0, 0. And so we have, again, 5 times 4, which is 20. And then 22 minus 20 is going to be 2. And so what is the whole number in this question? The whole number is going to be what?
5.
5 is going to be the whole number. The numerator is going to be what?
2.
The numerator is going to be 2. And the denominator is going to be what?
4.
Denominator is going to be 4. Okay. So the numerator is 2. The whole number is 5. And the denominator is 4. Okay. And so that means that our answer is going to be equal to what? It's going to be what? 5 and what?
5 and 2 over 4.
5 and 2 over 4. And we're finished, right? We're completed?
No, sir, we can simplify it.
Yes, we could simplify it. So how many times does 2 go into itself?
1 time.
1 time. And how many times does 4 go into 2?
2.
Twice. So it's going to be equal to 5 and what?
Over 1.
5 and
1 and
1 over
4.
2.
yeah, 5 and 1 over 2. Okay, 5 and 1 over 2. So what did we do? Well, the first thing that we did was, what they want us to do here is that they said that Stephen bought 2 packages of hamburger meat. Each one of those packages weigh 2 and 3 over 4 pounds. And we want to figure out the total weight, right? So in order for us to figure out the total weight, we have to take our whole number, which is 2, right? And then multiply it by 2 and 3 over 4. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to say this, we're going to take this 2 and put as 2 over 1. So we have 2 over 1 multiplied by, we change this mixed number into an improper fraction. So we say 2 times 4, which is going to be 8 plus 3. So we have 8, 9, 10, 11. And so we're dealing with 11 over 4. 11 over 4. So we say 2 times 11, which is going to be what? 22. And then 1 times 4, which is going to be 4. All right. Then the next thing that we do is we take 22 over 4 and we are going to divide these two numbers in order for us to get our mixed number. So we say how many times does 4 go into 22? 4 goes into 22 5 times. 4 times 5 is 20. And so we have 22 minus 20, which gives us 2. And so we are left with 5 and 2 over 4, which when you simplify it gives us 5 and 1 over 2. All right. Do you all understand this so far? Let me know if you understand this so far.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No matter is created or
Okay.
destroyed.
Yes, sir.
Instead, atoms
Okay.
dissolve and the protons
Yes, sir.
All right, good. For those of you who did not respond, let me know if you understand this question, please. Some persons did not respond. I need to know
Yes,
if you
sir.
understand.
I do.
You understand? Okay.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Okay, good. So we figured out how to get the total amount of meat or the total weight of the meat, right? Now the next question says that he divided. So let's do this one. Let's say he divided. This is part B. This is 1B. He divided the meat into 1 over 4 pound hamburgers or hamburger patties. How many patties was he able to make? So he divided the meat into 1/4 pound hamburger patties. The question says, how many patties was he able to make? Okay. So basically, we have to take the total that we just got, 5 and 1/2, and we have to divide it. We have to divide it by which number?
1/4.
1/4. Very good. So we're gonna say 5, right? And 1/2 divided by what? Which fraction? 1/4. So we have 5 and 1/2 divided by 1/4. Good. Does anyone have any idea of how we're gonna do it? Like, what's the first thing we're gonna do before we, in order to divide it? What's the first thing we're gonna do?
Change the mixed number.
Change the mixed number into what?
And improper.
Change the mixed number into what? Into an improper fraction. Very good. So the way that we're gonna do this is we're gonna multiply 5 by 2, and then we're gonna add 1. So 5 times 2 plus 1 is gonna be equal to, what is 5 times 2? That's gonna be what? What is 5 times 2? That's gonna be what?
15.
10 plus 1 is what?
16.
11. Very good. So it's gonna be 11 over what? 11/2. Now, again, how did we get 11/2? What we did was we multiplied 5 times 2, which gives us 10. Plus 1, that's going to be 11. So we're going to have 11/2. So 11/2 is how we got, it's how we change 5 and 1/2 into an improper fraction. Then we keep the division sign. So it's going to be divided by 1/4. Divided by 1/4. Okay, so my question is, how are we going to divide these two fractions?
Keep changing, flip.
Keep what? You said it.
That was me, Mr. Petit.
Yeah. What did you say?
I was saying keep the 11/2,
Mm-hmm.
and then change the sign from division to multiply, and then flip the 1 and the 4.
Very good. So KSF, which is keep, switch, and flip. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take the 11/2, right? We're gonna keep that. So don't move it. Keep the 11/2. What are we gonna change? What are we gonna switch? We're gonna switch what? The division sign into what?
Sorry.
We're gonna switch the division sign into what sign?
Plus.
Not a plus sign. No.
Multiplication.
Multiplication. We're gonna take multiplication. China, you're breaking up badly. So we're gonna take the division sign and we're gonna convert it into a multiplication sign. All right. So this division sign, we change it into a multiplication sign. And then what are we gonna do with the 1/4? What are we gonna do with the 1/4?
Turn it around.
Switch it, right? So we're gonna take the 1 and put it at the bottom and take the 4 and put it at the top. And so now we have 11/2 multiplied by 11/2 multiplied by 4/1. It's gonna be equal to, what is 4 times 11?
44.
4 times 11 is what? 44. And then what is 2 times 1? That's gonna be what? What is 2 times 1?
2.
2, very good. So we have 44 divided by 2. And let's divide. So how many times does 44, how many times does 2 go into 44? So 2 goes into 4, how many times? Once or twice? No, twice.
Twice.
Because 2 times 2 is 4. So 2 goes into 4. 2 goes into 4 twice. So we have 2 times 2, which is going to be what? 4.
4.
And so we have 4 minus 4, which is what? 0.
4.
Then we bring down the 4. We bring down the 4. How many times does 2 goes into 4?
2.
Twice. So we have 2 times 2, which is going to be what? 4 again.
4.
So we have 4 minus 4, which is what? 0. And so 44 divided by 2 is going to be what?
22.
22. And so that means that the amount of parties that he's able to make, if he divide the meat into 1/4 burger patties, the answer is, let me put the answer in red. The answer is, change the color. The answer is he's able to make 22 patties. That's the answer. So the answer is he's able to make 22 patties. All right. Question, do you all understand how I got 22 parties? Let me know if you understand how I got 22 parties.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Kevin,
Yes, sir.
anyone else?
Yes, sir.
Samantha, Kevin, anyone else understand how I got
Yes.
22 parties?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I understand, sir.
Malik, okay.
I do.
Angel, where are my males? People like Jalen and Kyle and Ajani, do you all understand how I got 22 parties?
Yes, sir.
Jalen, where's Jalen?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how I got 22 parties?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How about you, Gianna? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Samantha, read the question number 1 and explain how we got 5 and 1/2.
Stephen bought 2 packages of hamburger meat. Each package weighed 2 and 3/4 pounds. Calculate the total weight of the meat.
Mhm.
So we bring down 2 times 2 and 3/4.
Mhm.
We change that into a mixed fraction. It will be 4 times 2 is 8 plus 3 is 11.
Mhm.
So we put 2/1 times 11/4.
Mhm.
Then we multiply 2 times 11, which is 22, and 1 times 4, which is 4.
Yeah.
Then we divide it. 4 can go into 22 5 times.
Mhm.
4 times 5 is 20. Then we subtract.
Mhm.
2 take away 0 is 2. 2 take away 2 is 0.
Mhm.
Our whole number will be 5. Our numerator will be 2, and our denominator will be 4.
Yeah.
So we can simplify it smaller, so we divide it into 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. Will be 5 and 1/2.
Very good. Now, Aliana, can you read question 1B and explain how we got 22 parties? Aliana, are you there? I can't hear from Aliana. Gilbriana, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you read 1B and explain how we got 22 bodies?
Yes, sir. 1B, he divided the meat into 1 and 4 pounds hamburger patties. How many patties was he able to make? So what we did was we divided one and over 4 by 5.5, because a half is what we got for number 1.
Yeah.
So we divided, and when we divided it, we got 11 over 2, which is a improper fraction. So we divided that and we got 1 over 4. We divided by 1 over
Mhm.
4. So what we did is we flip 1 over 4, making it a whole number, and we keep 11 over 2,
Mm-hmm.
and we change the sign.
Yeah.
So we multiply 11 times 4 equals 44, and 2 times 1 equals 2,
Mm-hmm.
which, and we divided that because it was still an improper fraction, and our answer was 22 patties.
Very good. So we divide 44 by 2 to get 22 bodies. Right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Ricardo, where's Ricardo? Ricardo, can you hear
Yes,
me?
sir.
Do you understand how we got our answers?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I need you all finished writing this down, right? If you finished writing this down, let me know, please.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Take a picture of it and
Yes,
send
sir.
it to me via WhatsApp. Take a picture of this first slide and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of this first slide and send it to me via WhatsApp. Everyone need to send in their work, please. Take a picture of this first slide and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of this first slide and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Mr. G,
Mm-hmm.
my parents are home right now.
Once they come, take a picture of your work and send it to me.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's go ahead and again, I need everyone to take a picture of their work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Everyone need to do that. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right, let's go ahead and move right along. I'm going to put this inside the chat for those persons who are still writing. Again, for those persons who are still writing, I'm going to put this inside the chat for you. Let's do another question. Another example. We're going to call this one example number 2. So example number 2 says that Paul bought 2 packages of hamburger meat. Each package weighed 2 let's say in our case it weighed 2 and 1/4 pounds. Calculate. Calculate the total weight of the meat. Calculate the total weight of the meat. All right, so this is going to be very similar to how we did the first one. Can someone tell me what's the first step we're going to do for this? What's the first step we're going to do? Anyone can answer. What's the first step we're going to do for this one?
Put 2 over 1.
Okay, put 2 over 1. So we have to multiply 2 by what?
2 and 1/4.
2 and 1 over 4. Very good. We're going to multiply 2 by 2 and a 4. And that's going to be equal to what? What are we going to change the whole number 2 into? What are we going to change that into?
A mixed fraction.
To improper.
Improper. No, I
A
mean, not
fraction,
I
Mr.
mean,
D.
mixed.
well,
We're going to change it to a mixed fraction. So it's, I mean, we can change it to into a regular fraction because this 2, we can change it into a regular fraction. This one, we can change it into improper fraction. Where is Shazmin Moss? Where are you? This becomes 2
Yes,
over
sir.
1. Yes, Shazmin. Where were you all week? What happened? I didn't see you in class all week. On Monday and Tuesday.
I didn't log on because Tuesday I wasn't feeling well, and Monday I really don't know what happened.
Okay, so what I'll do is, I will send you the notes for Monday and Tuesday, and you need to write them down,
Yes, sir.
and go over them, okay? But make sure I write this down, and if you have any questions, let me know, okay? For this particular question,
Yes. Yes, sir.
okay? Will you be in class tomorrow too?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we took 2 and we put 2 over 1, and we're gonna multiply that by what? Gonna multiply that by we have to change this fraction, right? We have to change it into we have to change this mixed number into an improper fraction. How are we gonna do that? How are we gonna change this improper fraction into a
multiply them.
we're gonna multiply it. Gianna, where's Gianna? How are we gonna change 2 and 1 over 4 into an improper fraction?
Multiply the denominator. The answer from the denominator added to the numerator.
Very good. Malik, how are we gonna change this mixed number into improper fraction?
We're gonna multiply by the numerator. No, we're gonna multiply the whole number by the denominator and add by the numerator.
Very good.
4 times 2 is
Uh-huh.
8. So plus 1 equals 9.
Very good. So it's gonna be 9 over what?
9 over 4, so.
Very good. 9 over 4. So we have 2 times 4, just like Malik said, 2 times 4, which gives us 8, plus 1 is going to give us a 9. All right. Where is Kyle? Where's Kyle? Kyle, are you there? Kyle, can you hear me? Can't hear from Kyle. Jeremiah, where's Jeremiah? Jeremiah, can you hear me? I can't hear from Jeremiah. Kmar.
Yes,
Explain how we change this improper fraction into a. Sorry, explain how we change this mixed number into improper fraction.
okay, so basically we multiply 4 times 2 and then add and then no 4 times 2 is 8. Then after that we have to add the 1. Then 8 plus 1 equals 9. So and then we put it as 9 over 4.
Very good. And Jasmine Moss, do you understand how we converted the improper fraction? Sorry, you understand how we converted the mixed number to an improper fraction?
Yes, sir.
How do we do it?
First, we're going to multiply 4 times 2,
Mm-hmm.
which is 8, and then we're going to add 8 plus 1, which is 9, and then we're
Okay.
going to leave the denominator as the same, so it's 9 over 4.
Very good. It's going to be 9 over 4. Thank you. Ricardo Russell. There's Ricardo Russell.
So
What is 2 times 9?
18.
18. Very good. So 2 times 9 is going to give us 18. It's going to be 18. And then what is 1 times 4?
4.
4. Very good. So now we are left with 18 over 4. So the first thing that we do is we say 2 times 2 and 1 over 4. We take the 2, which is the whole number, put it over 1, so it's 2 over 1. Multiply that by 9 over 4. How do we get a 9 over 4? We change this mixed number into an improper fraction by saying 2 times 4, which is 8 plus 1. It's going to be 9, so that's 9 over 4. Let me say 2 times 9, which is 18, and 1 times 4, which is 4. Now we are left with 18 over 4. And my question is, how are we going to change this into a mixed number? If 18 over 4, what are we going to do to change that into a mixed number?
Divide.
We're going to what?
Divide.
Divide. Very good. So we have to divide. So we're going to say, how many times does 4 go into 18? So 4 goes in 18, how many times?
4.
4 times, right? 4 times 4 is what?
16.
4 times 4 is?
16.
16, very good. And so we subtract it. 18 minus 16 is what?
8.
So 8 minus 6 is what?
2.
2. And then 0 minus 0 is definitely 0. And so we are left with the whole number is going to be which number? Whole number is 4. The numerator is 2. So numerator. And the denominator is going to be, denominator is 4. And so we have that 18 over 4 is going to be equal to
I got the answer.
4 and what? 2 as the numerator.
2 over 4.
And the denominator is going to be what? 4. So are we done or we still have some more work to do?
We can simplify.
We have to do what?
Simplify.
We have to simplify it some more. What number we could use to go into 2 and 4?
2.
2. So 2 divided by 2 is going to be what?
1.
Where's Sabria? Sabria, are you there?
Yes, sir.
2 divided by 2 is going to be what?
1.
1. So we bring out the 4. And then 2 divided by 2 is 1. Sabria, what is 4 divided by 2?
2.
That's 2. Are we done with this, Sabria, or we still have some more work to do?
We're done.
Very good. Very good. Okay, explain, Sabria, how we got 4 and 1 over 2 from the top.
So first we have to write down the equation, which is 2 times 2 and 1, 2 and 1 over 4. So in order to work this out, you have to change the mixed number into an improper fraction. And you would times the denominator by the whole number and add that to the numerator. So you come down, so you write the 2 as a fraction, so it would be 2 over 1 times 9, because 4 times 2 is 8. Add 1, which is 9, and you put that over the denominator.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to you have to times you have to multiply the 9 and the 2
Mm-hmm.
and the 4 and the 1. So
Mhm.
that'll give you 18 over 4.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to now, now you have to go down to the bottom, write that down again, and then you have to divide it. So it would be 4 divided by 18, which will give you to make it a mixed number, and that'll be 4 and 2 over 4.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to simplify the mixed number, which you will simplify by, so you'll be looking at the fraction, so it'll be 2 over 4, and you have to find out which is equal to so and the chart. So it'll be 2 divided by 2 because 2 can go into 2 ones,
Yes.
and then 4 divided by 2, and that equals 2. So yeah, total answer would be 4 and 1 over 2.
Very
4 and a
good.
half.
Very good. 4 and 1 over 2. The rest of you, do you all understand how we got 4 and 1 over 2? Let me know if you understand that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Javin,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Samantha, Bri.
Yes, sir.
Anyone else?
Yes,
Let
sir.
me know, please, if you understand how we got this.
Yes,
Olivia,
sir.
Paul,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
mm-hmm. Kingston. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the next question. So the next question says, he then divided, call this 1b. He then divided the meat into 1 over 4 pound hamburger patties. Question is, how many patties was he able to make? How many patties was he able to make? He then divided the meat into 1 over 4 pound hamburger patties. How many patties was he able to make? So in order to do this, we have to add, subtract, divide, or multiply. What we have to do?
With the divide.
With the divide, right? So we're gonna say 4.
4 and 1 over 4 divided by 1
One
over.
moment. I'm doing this wrong. We're gonna say 4 and 1 over 2 divided by what?
1 over 4.
Divided by 1 over 4. Now, before we even divide them, what's the first thing that we need to do?
Turn that into a much. Into a
We need to
fraction.
do what we need to do before we even divide it. What we need to do? Hello, what do we need to do?
Half for improper fraction.
Very good. We need to change 4.5 into improper fraction. And how do we do that? We have to do what?
Times and
Very good. We have to multiply 4 by 2, then add 1. That's Dion. Dion, are you there?
Yes, sir.
How are we going to change 4 and 1 over 2 into improper fraction?
We will multiply 4 times 2, which would give us 8, and then add the 1, which would equal the 9 over 2.
Very good. So we're gonna have a 9 over 2. And we have a division sign. Johnny, what are we gonna do with the division sign?
Bottom.
What are we gonna do with the division sign? Are we gonna change it to a multiplication sign? If you don't know, just let me know if you don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know? Class, what are we gonna do with the division sign?
Change it to multiples.
Very good. We're gonna change it to a multiplication sign. And where's Aliana?
Yes, sir.
What are we gonna do with the 1/4?
Flip it.
Gonna flip it. So we're gonna put the 4 on top. We're gonna put the 1 at the bottom. So it's gonna be 4 over what? 4 over 1. It's gonna be equal to. Now we have to multiply. Angel, what is 9 times 4? It's gonna be what?
36.
Very good. 9 times 4 is 36. And Angel, what is 2 times 1?
2.
2. Very good. All right. Bethany, you understand this so far? Okay. Bree and Bri, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Chai, what is the next thing that we're gonna do?
Divide
We're gonna divide. Divide what?
2 by 36.
36 by 2. 36 by 2. So we say, how many times does 2 go into 36? So let's do that. So 2 into, let me use a different color. So 2 into 36. So we're gonna say, how many times does 2 go into 36? All right, 2 goes into 3 how many times?
1 time.
1 time.
time.
So 2 times 1 is going to be
2.
2. And then we subtract. You know what? I should put this. I really should put this on the next side. I really should put it on this side. So we say, how many times does 2 go into 36? So we say 2 goes into 3 how many times? Once.
1.
So 2 times 1 is what? 2. Then we subtract. 3 minus 2 is what?
1.
1. Bring down the 6. And we have what? How many times does 2 go into 16?
8.
8 times, right? So it's going to be 8. So 2 times 8 is going to be 16.
16.
Yeah, 16. And so we have 16 minus 16, which is going to be what?
0.
0 and 0. So that means that 16 divided by 2 is what?
18.
18. 18. Which means if they ask how many parties he was able to make, what our answer is going to be?
18 parties.
18 parties. Very good. So our answer is 18 parties. So he's able to make 18 parties. That's how many parties he's able to make if we were to divide them. Let me erase that. Okay, this is the second one. Let me know if y'all understand this, please. Again,
Yes,
let me
sir.
know if you understand this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So 18
Yes, I
parties.
understand.
Very good. China.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes, Reagan.
I ran a little late. So I'm just really shallow inside class because I had an injury inside of my mouth, so I can't really talk properly. But I could talk to tell you that I don't really understand this like this.
The first part or the second part?
The second part, I understand the first part.
You understand how to get 4 and 1/2?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the second part is we're dividing, right? So before we divide, we have to change the 4.5 into a proper fraction. And how we could change the 4.5 into a proper fraction?
Multiply 2 by 4 and then plus 1.
Very good. And that gives you 9 over.
9 over 2.
Good. Now, whenever you're dividing, you have to use the acronym KSF. So you keep the 9 over 2, right? You switch the division sign into a multiplication sign, and then you flip the 4 over 1. Understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now we multiply 9 times 4, which is 36.
36.
And then 2 times 1, which is 2.
And then you get 18.
We get 18. Make sense?
Yes, sir. Can I screenshot this?
Yeah, you can. Where's Summer? Summer, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Samantha, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Jaleel lying. Where's Jaleel lying?
Yes, sir.
What happened to you on Monday and Tuesday?
I had track practice.
So you missed the notes from Monday and Tuesday. So what I can need you to do is I'm gonna send you the notes for Monday and Tuesday, and I need you to write them down, okay?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what we have done so far?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. Okay, good. I need Dion. Dion, explain how we got our answer for B.
Okay, so first,
Wait, it's not okay. My name is not okay.
yes, sir.
Go ahead.
First we had to multiply the mixed fraction. We had to solve the mixed fraction, the Trinitarian proper fraction. So we multiply 4 times 2, and then that would give us 8, and you add the 1, which is equals to 9 over 2. Then after that, we would switch the division sign into a multiplication sign and flip the 1 over 4 into 4 over 1. And after you do all that, you will multiply 9 times 4, which would give us 36, and 2 times 1 which would give us 2. So it would be 36 over 2. And after that, we divide 2 over 36, and that would give us 18. So the answer to our question would be 18. He made 18 parties.
Very good. Very good. For those of you who are finished writing this down, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, I need you to send a picture of your notes for me, as that includes Johnny and all the rest of you who are delinquent with sending your work. Kyle, make sure send your work, please. Nevaeh Wallace. Where's Nevaeh Wallace? Where's Nevaeh Wallace? Nevaeh Wallace, are you there? I can't hear from Nevaeh. I need all of you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Where's Mark? Mark, can you hear me? Mark Lee, are you there? Where's Mark? Okay, can't really hear from Mark. I need all of you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp before we move on to the grade exercise. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp before we move on to the grade exercise.
Yeah, Mr. T.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only finished the first example.
So you have to move on to the second example before you move on to the grade exercise.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, so let's go ahead and answer. Well, let's go ahead and do the grade exercise. Let me take a picture of this for those persons who are still writing this down. Joseph, are you there? Where's Joseph? Joseph, Kalma.
So,
Have you sent in your work yet?
no, sir.
Do you need any other notes?
No, sir. I send them right now.
Okay. Let's move on to grade exercise. Number 1. I'm only gonna give you 2. I think. I need to give you 2. So the first one is called as number 1A. Number 1A. Let's say Ryan bought 2 packages of meat. Each weighed whatever. Let's say it was 2/4. And let's say that 1B says he then divided the meat. He then divided the meat into 1/4. Hamburger patties. How many patties was he able to make? All right, let's move on to the next one. Number 2. Let's say Saul Amari bought 2 packages. Let's say it was let's say Amari bought, let's say it was 3/5 pounds. He then divided meat into 1/5 pounds. How many patties did he make? Let's say this one is blue. Okay. Yeah, these 2. Dari, where's Dari? Dari, you say you need example number 1? Let me put example number 1 inside the chart for you. That's the first example. And then there's a second example. Let me put the second example inside the chart. All right. I need everyone to complete these 2 questions. China, you understand what to do? Where's China?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Egypt, do you understand what to do? Where's Egypt? We can't have from Egypt. Zara Hannah, where's Zara Hannah?
Excuse me, Egypt asked her inside the chat.
She did? Okay, thank you. Zara Hannah, where's Zara Hannah? Where's Zara Hannah? Zara Hannah. Where's your notes?
Yeah.
Take a picture of them and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And where's Mark? Mark, are you there? Where's Mark? Where's Mark? I can't hear from Mark. Mark, can you hear me? Can't hear from Mark. How about
Yes, sir.
yes, Mark, I've been calling him for the longest. Where are you?
I hear.
So how come I've been calling you and you haven't been responding? Did you hear me?
No, sir. I just started hearing you.
Okay, I need you to take a picture of your notes and send them to me.
Yes, sir.
I need you to do that now, please, because I haven't seen your work yet.
Yes, sir.
Jalen, where's your work? Where's Jalen? Jalen, where's Jalen? I can't hear from
Yes,
Jalen.
sir.
I need you to take a picture of your work now and send it to me.
Yes, sir.
Because I don't have your work. And Johnny, did you send in your work?
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And right. Dia Gibson, where's Dia?
I on 1B.
Did you send your notes yet?
No, sir.
I need you to send in your notes. Kiajane Bethel. Where's Kiajane? Kiajane, can you hear me?
Excuse me, Mr.
Yes,
Batum.
sir.
Kiajane, where's your notes?
I forgot to send them.
Send them to me now, Kiajane.
Yes,
Do you hear
sir.
me?
Yes, sir.
I'm still waiting on Jalen's work. I'm still waiting on Jalen's notes. And I'm still waiting on Kiajane's notes. Someone had a question?
I did. I was wondering if I could have been excused for 2 minutes because my mom needed my help.
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
Mr. Petit.
Yes, Reagan.
Okay. I don't know if I may be wrong, but for number one, right, it's a two. It'll be 2/1 times 10/4.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got 20 over 4.
When you multiply them,
Yes, sir. What I don't know if that would be my final answer because if I divide 20, I mean if 20 from 4, I'll get 5. That would be the answer right there.
that'll be your final answer, yeah. So you will just take 5 and divide it by 1 over 4. You understand
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean? Okay, what am I missing now? Nevaeh Wallace, where's Nevaeh Wallace? Nevaeh Wallace, where are you? Where's Nevaeh Wallace? Can you hear me, Nevaeh? Can't hear from Nevaeh.
Stimulus fatigue.
All right. And is there anyone who is on number 2? Let me know if you're on number 2.
I am.
I am.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And is there anyone who is finished?
Yes, sir.
Samantha. Once you finish, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Once you finish, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Yeah, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Gianna, what number you on?
I'm finished, sir.
Finish. And did you send your work to me, Gianna?
Yes, sir.
You did? No, I mean this grade exercise. So I don't see it. Oh, again, for those of you who are finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. For those of you who are finished, take a picture. Yeah.
It's uploading now, like loading.
Say it again. Oh, it's loading.
It's
Okay.
loading.
Okay. Again, for those of you who are finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Okay. Gianna,
Yes, sir.
2 and 2 over 4. You will get 2 times 4 is 8 plus 2 is 10, not 11. Okay.
Oh, yes, sir.
Where's Gianna? Not Gianna.
Right there.
Not Gianna. Where's Kiajane? Where's Kiajane?
Yes, sir.
You're
Simon right now.
oh, okay. All right, let's go ahead and answer these questions. Wait, give me one moment and then we can answer the questions. One moment. All right, so let's go ahead and answer these questions. Can you all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let's go ahead with number 1. So, all right, so let's answer number 1. Then we're gonna number 1, A and B. I can need space to answer this. And then this one I can need space too. All right, so Okay, so here we have, I'm gonna make this, black or red. Let's use red. So here we have, Dion, what's the first thing we're gonna do for this one? We have to do what? Dion? Where's Dion? Dion, can you hear me? I can't hear from Dion, so I'm gonna ask Reagan. What are we gonna do for this one? How are we gonna get an answer?
You would multiply 4 times 2, which is 8,
Uh-huh.
and then you plus 2.
So 2 times 4, which is 8, plus 2 is what?
10/4.
Very good. So it's gonna be 10/4. All right, so 10 times 2 is what?
20.
20. And 20/4 is gonna be what?
Probably equal to 5.
We go to 5. Very good. Did anyone else get 5 pounds for their answer? Anyone else get
Yes, sir.
5 pounds?
Yes, sir.
All right, only one person. Anyone else got 5 pounds? Let me know.
I got it.
Yeah. Okay, good. So now we have 5 pounds. Now, it says he then divided the meat into 1/4 burger patties, right? So how are we gonna divide it? We have 5 pounds. So we have 5/1, right? And we have 5/1 and
It'll be 5/1 divided by 1/4.
very good.
And then
5/1
you
divided by
1/4.
one moment. Let me do something. So we have 5/1 divided by what?
1/4.
1/4. Very good. So for this one, how are we gonna do it?
You would keep the 5/1, change the division sign to a multiplication, and flip the 1/4 and make it 4/1. So
Very
when you
good.
multiply 5 times 4, your answer will be 20. So
Very good.
the parties made.
So we would keep the 5/1. We change the division sign into multiplication sign, and we would flip the 1/4 into 4/1, right? Now, what is 5 times 4? That's gonna be what? 5 times 4 is what?
20.
20. Very good. So it's gonna be 20 over what?
1.
Over 1. What is 20/1? That's gonna be what?
20.
20. So the answer is that he was able to make 20 patties. Did anyone get all 2 right for A and B? Let me know if you got all 2 right for A and B.
I did.
China,
I did.
Yes, sir.
Jaleel,
I did.
this Summer. Anyone else got all 2 right? Let me know if you got all 2 right.
Yes, sir.
Chai. Only 4 persons. Anyone else got
Yes,
all
sir.
2 right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Okay. Good. So this one was interesting because we had to actually use a whole number. I wasn't even expecting that when I gave the question. So let's move on to the next one, clear out drawings. So, okay, so we have next question is going to be number 2. I put 1. It's supposed to be number 2. Number 2. All right, so need to make space for this. By the way, if you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. By the way, if you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp so I could see your work. Make sure that you are actually doing work in my class. All right. Let's go ahead and do this one. Okay, so for this one, we have, I would like China. China, can you help me with number 2A?
Yes, sir. So first I do 2 times 2 3/5. I write down 2 times 3/5. Then I make the whole number 2 into a fraction, which can be 2/1. And then I multiply. Then I make the mixed number into improper fraction by multiplying 2 times 5, which is 10, plus 3, which equals 13. So it can be 13/5.
Very good.
Then after I do the 13/5, then I can actually multiply it. And when I multiply 2 times 13, I get 26 over, and 1 times 5 equals 5. So I get 26/5. Then I have to make the improper fraction into a mixed number. And 5 could go into 26 5 times with a remainder of 1/5. And then the answer just can be 5 1/5.
Very good. 5 and 1/5. Very good explanation. China, did anyone else get 5 and 1/5 for number 1?
Yes, sir.
5 and 1/5.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Only those 3. Anyone else got 5 and 1/5 for number 1? Let me know.
Yes, sir.
I did.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So next thing is that he divided the meat into 1/5 hamburger patties. How many patties was he able to make? What y'all got for that one? China, let me know. How did you do it?
Yes, so I bring down the 5 1/5 and change it into an improper fraction first. And the improper fraction can equal 26/5. And then I write it down 26/5 divided by 1/5.
Wait, how did
Then
you change this into improper fraction?
5 times 5 equals 25 plus 1 equals 6.
Okay, good.
Then I get 26/5 multiplied by 1/5. Then I change it up into 26/5 times 5/1. And then I cancel the 5 out and make it 26 times 1. 26/1 times 1/1. And then it equal 26 as a whole number.
Very good. So you cancel those. It's going to be 26/1, which is going to be what?
26.
Very good, 26. Did anyone else get 26 patties for this one? For number
Yes,
2B? Anyone else got
Yes,
26?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. By the way, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp if you already finished. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp if you're already done. If you got all right, please put I inside the chat. Again, if you got all right, please put I inside the chat. Again, if you got all right, please put I inside the chat. If you got 1 wrong, please put Y. If you got 1 wrong, please put Y. And if you got 2 wrong, please put N. Did anyone get 1 wrong? Anyone get 1 wrong? Anyone got 1 wrong? Okay. Again, if you got all right, please put I. If you got so if you got all right, please put I. If you got 1 wrong, please put Y. And if you got 2 wrong, please put N. Okay. Paul got, sorry. Aliana got all right. China, Jevin, Malik, Bry, Olivia, Jaleel. Someone, which one you got wrong?
I got number 2A wrong, but somehow for number 2B, I got the second part right, but I still mark it as wrong because I didn't really do how it's supposed to be done, but I still got 26.
Oh, okay. Did you make the correction?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So, good. So let's go ahead and do the next question, next example, example number 3. Okay, wait, let me take a screenshot of this for those persons who are still writing. All right, so it's gonna be all right, so let's do another one. So we have this one says that this example number 3. This one says Farmer Henry write this down for me, please. Again, write this example for me, please. It says Farmer Henry harvested let's say 12 and 2/3 pounds of potatoes and 8 and 1/4 8 and 1/4 pounds of carrots last week. Part A says that we want to calculate how many pounds of vegetables did he harvest altogether. So Farmer Henry have harvested 12 and 2/3 pounds of potatoes and 8 and 1/4 pounds of carrots last week. How many pounds of vegetables did he harvest altogether? So in order to figure out how many pounds did he harvest altogether, we have to do what? What do we have to do if we want to figure out how many pounds of vegetables he harvested altogether? What do we have to do? What operation we have to use? Gianna, we want to figure out how many pounds of vegetables he harvested altogether. What do we have to do?
We place down the 12, 2/3, and times it by 8, 1/4, and then
You sure you want to
we,
multiply? Does it say altogether?
oh,
So what we want to do?
so we add,
We add, very good. We're gonna add. So let me erase all this. So we have 12 and 2 over 3. Wait, give me one moment. Did I put the grade exercise inside the chat? No.
Sir,
Okay. No, I didn't. That's what she's asking for now. Okay, so the grade exercise. Let me put this inside the chat for those persons who are still who need it, right? So the question says, how many pounds of vegetables did he harvest altogether? And so in order for us to do that, we have to say, okay, well, he harvested, we say, but of how many pounds of vegetables did he harvest altogether? So we're gonna say 12. 12. Remember, we have to add these two, 12 and 2 over 3. That was for the first one, right? Plus 8 and 1 over 4. And so what we have to do here is we have to multiply, but we have to convert each fraction or each whole number into an improper fraction, right? So how are we going to convert 12 and 2 over 3 into an improper fraction? We have to do what? Multiply, right? Then what? Then add it. So we have 12 and 2 over 3. We're going to multiply 12 and 3. Then we're going to add it to 2. What is 12 times 3?
36.
Very good. That's 36. Plus 2 is what?
38.
38. So we have 38 over what?
3.
Over 3. Plus, we have 8 and 1 over 4. So we're going to do 8 times 4. What is 8 times 4?
32.
32 plus 5.
33.
I mean 31, sorry. 8 times, I'm sorry, plus 1, because 8 times 4 is 32, I'm sorry. 8 times 4 is 32, plus 1 is 33. It's going to be 33 over 4. So 33 over 4. So again, we have 8 times 4. 8 times 4 is 32 plus 1 is 33. So we have 33 over 4. Now, we are at this point, what we have to do, we have 38 over 3 plus 33 over 4.
we have to add them.
We have to add them, but how are we going to add them? We have to do.
Find the lowest common multiple for the denominators.
Very good. Find the lowest common multiple of the two denominators. And so let's go ahead and do that. So the LCM, right? The LCM of, we're going to find we're going to determine the LCM of 3 and 4. And so how do we do that? Well, we're going to say, list the multiples of 3. The multiples of 3 are going to be what? 3,
6,
6,
9,
9. What else? 12,
15,
15, 18,
18.
and the list goes on and so on, right? So we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and so on. Then we have the list of multiples of 4. So the multiples of 4 are going to be what?
4, 8,
8,
16.
16.
Wait, 12.
Yeah, 12 first, because it's times 3. Then 16. then 20. And the list goes on, right? So if we were to look at these two the multiples of 3 and the multiples of 4, what is the lowest common multiple of the two?
12.
It's going to be what?
12.
12. Very good. It's going to be 12. So it's going to be 12. So that means that the lowest common multiple of the LCM of 3 and 4 is what? Is 12. Okay. Angel, what is the LCM of 3 and 4? Based on what we just figured out. Where's Angel?
12.
12. Very good. And Kyle, are you there? Where's Kyle? Williamson.
Yes, sir.
What is the
Yeah.
lowest, what is the lowest common multiple of 3 and 12 and 3 and 4? Sorry.
12.
Say it again.
12, sir.
12. Very good. And Mark, what is the lowest common multiple of 3 and 4? Which we just figured out was what?
12.
12. Now what we have to do, where's Dion? Is Dion now? Can I from Dion? Paul, what is the next thing we're gonna do, Paul?
Multiply
Multiply what?
the 3 and 4
By what?
by 4 and 3.
By what?
By 4 and 3.
By 4 and 3. Very good. So we have to say what times 3, right? What times 3 gives me 12, and what times 4 gives me 12. So it's gonna be 3 times what? 3 times 4 gives me 12. Whatever I do to the bottom, I must do to the top as well. So multiply this by 4. Same thing with this one. Whatever I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. What times 3? What times 3? Summer. What times 3 gives? Sorry. What times 4 gives me 12? Summer.
3.
3. Very good. Whatever we do to the bottom, we must do to the top. So it's gonna be equal to. I'll put this over all over. 3 times 4 is what? That's definitely 12. Plus 4 times 3 is definitely 12 as well. We just have to multiply. We just have to multiply now the numerators by the number that we have on top here. So it's going to be 38 multiplied by 4. What is 38 multiplied by 4? That's going to be what?
152.
38 multiplied by 4 is what?
152.
152. I got that as well. 152. And then we have 33 times 3 is what?
99.
99.
99. Because 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. It's 99. Now we have to add these two fractions because the denominators are the same. So we can add fractions by adding the numerators and keeping the denominator the same. So we have to do 152 plus 99. So let's add them. 152 plus 99. So we have
151.
251.
400 and what?
251.
251.
251 is we got. Well, 9 plus 2 is what? 11. Put the 1 down. Put the 2 up. 9 plus 1 is 10. Plus 5 is 15. Put the 5 down. Put the 1 up. 1 plus 1 is 2. So when we add 152 plus 99, what do we get? When we add 152 plus 99, what do we get?
251.
251. 251. And so you have 251 all over 12. And so at this point, China, what are we gonna do?
Make it into a mixed number by dividing it.
Say it again.
Make it into a mixed fraction by dividing it.
Make it into a mixed number by dividing it. Very good. So we say 12 into 251. So 12 into 251. How many times does 12 go into 251? That's what?
Oh,
Say it again.
yes, it's like 12 times 2 is 24, right? So you could put like right on like what 25 is.
Say it
Or you,
again.
or you want the whole thing?
Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying. You're saying how many times does 12 go into 25? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's gonna be twice. So 12 times 2 is 24. So we're gonna have 25 minus 24, which is gonna be what? 5 minus 4 is 1. And then we bring down the 1. So now we have how many times does 12 go into 11? And the answer is what? 0. So 12 times 0 is going to be 0. And so we have 11 minus 0, which is 11. And now, what is going to be the whole number? It's going to be the whole number.
20.
20 is going to be the whole number. Very good. So 20 is the whole number. 11 is the numerator, right? And 12 is going to be what?
The denominator.
The denominator. So we have the whole number, which is 20, the numerator, which is 11, and the denominator, which is 10, which is 12. Okay. So we say that our answer is going to be equal to, it's going to be equal to, whole number is 20, so we put 20 right here, and then numerator, which is 11, and the denominator, which is 12. So that means that, wait, are we finished, or we still have another step to go? Do we have to simplify it, or what? We can't, can we simplify? Are we done or what?
No, sir.
We're not
We
done?
done.
What you're telling me?
We
Are we
done.
done or not done? We done? How do
We
you know that
done.
we're finished? How do you know we're finished?
In the go into 11. Go to numerator.
Say it again. How do we know that you're finished? Anyone? How do we know that we're done?
We can't simplify anymore.
Very good. We cannot simplify anymore. Aliana, do you understand how we got our answer? Aliana, do you understand how we got our answer?
Yes, sir.
Explain how we got 20 and 11 over 12.
We got 11 over 12. Well, 20 and 11 over 12. By 12 and 2 over 3, we multiplied 3 times 12 plus 2, which is 38. And we put that over 3. Then for the second equation, which was 8 and 1 over 4, we multiplied 4 times 8 plus 1, which is 33 over 4. Then we had to find a common denominator for 3 and 4, which is 12. So we had to multiply 3 times 4 and 4 times 3. And whatever you multiply the denominator by, you must multiply the numerator. So we multiplied 38 by 4 and 33 by 3. So 38 times 4 is 152. We put that over 12. Plus 33 times 3, which is 99 over 12. Then we added, and 152 plus 99 equals 251 over 12. Then we divided, which gave us 20 and 11 over 12. And since that cannot be broken down anymore or simplified, we leave it as it is.
Thank you for the explanation. 20 and 11 over 12 is the correct answer. Jaleel Line, do you understand how we got our answer?
Yes, I understand.
Explain how we got 20 and 11 over 12.
Yes, sir. Okay, so we have to write down 12, 2 over 3 plus 8, 1 over 4. Then we times 3 times 12 plus 2. And then we do the same thing with 8, 1 over 4. Then our answer will be 38 over 3 and 33 over 4. And then we have to find the lowest common multiple. So the lowest common multiple in this case would be 12. And then after that, you, okay, 3 times and 12 for, okay, for 12 it would be 3 times 4 and 4 times 3. And whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So you also times the top by 4 and 3. And then the answer would be 152 over 12 and 90 over 12. Then you add it, and then you get 251 over 12, and then you have to turn it into a mixed fraction by dividing it. And then that's your answer.
Okay.
Well, you get 20 as the whole number, 11 as the numerator, and 12 as the denominator.
Very good. All right, for those of you who are finished with this slide, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, for those of you who are finished with this slide, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Have y'all sent in the work yet? Let me know if y'all sent in the work.
Yes, sir.
Anyone else? Have you sent in the work? Let me know if you sent in the work.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, we have one more question before we transition over to English. Okay, so example number 4. All right, let's write this example so we could close off on mathematics for today. It's going to be our last example before we transition over to English language. So remember we is talking about Mr. Henry, and he got, we know he got 20 and 11 over 12, right? So last week, let's say last week, Farmer Henry harvested 20 and 11 over 12, 20 and 11 over 12, 20 and 11 over 12 vegetables. This week, he harvested 23. We could say 23 pounds of vegetables. This week, he had harvested 23 pounds of vegetables. Determine how many more pounds of vegetables did he harvest? So when they say how many more, what operation are we going to use?
Subtraction.
Subtraction. Very good, subtraction. So we have to say 20 and we have to say 20 and I'm sorry, we have to say 23, right? Minus 20 and what? 11 over what? 11 over 12. We all know what we have to do. We have to convert the improper fraction into a mixed. So we have to convert the mixed number into improper fraction. But first, let's take the 23 and put it over 1. It's going to be 23 over 1, right? Minus, again, let's change this and put it, let's change this and change it into improper fraction. This is going to be 20, right? Plus, you know, there's another way to do this, you know, because we have 20 and this is 20. This is 20 and 11 over 12. Anyway, there's another way, but I'm not going to teach that. But there's another way. 20 times 12 plus 1. Sorry, 20 times 12 is going to be what? 240 plus 11 is what? 251. So it's 251 over 12. Over 12. The lowest common multiple between 12 and 1 is what? What's the lowest common multiple of 12 and 1? It's 12. So we say 1 times 12 and 23 times 12. So we multiply the 1 times 12 and the 23 times 12, and we multiply the 21 times 1. And then the 251, multiply the 12 by 1 and 251 by 1. And so we have what? What is 23 times 12? It's going to be what? 23 times 12 is what? 276. All over what? All over 12 minus 251 times 1 is 251. All over what? All over 12. Now we must subtract. So it's going to be 276 minus 251 is what? 276 minus 251 is what?
25.
25. So we have 25 over 12. And 25 over 12, we have to convert that into a mixed number. So 12 into 25. How many times can 12 go into 25? That'll be what? Twice?
2.
Because 12 times 2 is what?
24.
24. And this is going to be 5 minus 4, which is what? 1. The whole number here is 2. The numerator here is 1. And the denominator here is 12. And so what we have here is going to be 2. Let me write this in red. So we have 2 and what? 1 over 12. Okay. And that's going to be our answer for how many more pounds of vegetables did he harvest? Okay, this is our final question for math. Once you finish, write this down, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp again. This is the final one. And in this one, we subtracted in order to get our answer. So we said 23 over 1. And then we found LCM between 1 and 12. We made the denominators the same, and then we subtracted, then convert our answer into a mixed number. So once you finish with this example, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish with this, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish with this, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right. All right, so let me take a picture of this and send it to you via WhatsApp. Then we're gonna move on to, I'm gonna take a picture and put inside the chat. Then we're gonna move on to English language. All right, so the last time we were here for English language, well, let me just head up for English language. Let's do that. So today is Wednesday. Let's transition over to English language for me, please. Today is Wednesday, the 17th of April, 2024. The subject is, of course, English language. And can anyone remember what we did last on Monday, our last class? Can anyone remember what we did?
Objective versus subjective.
Very good. Objective versus subjective, right? When we say objective, right? When we say objective, what do we mean?
Box.
That's when your tone, if you have an objective tone, what does that mean?
It's an unbiased tone.
It's an unbiased tone. So characteristics of objective tone would be what?
Neutral language.
Neutral language. What
No
else?
language.
Neutral language. So, if you have objective tone, you are stating the facts. You have a neutral language. Are you biased when it comes to when you're doing with objective tone? Are you biased? Yes or no?
No, sir.
No. And how about subjective tone?
It's a biased tone or
Very good.
one-sided tone.
Very good. It's a biased tone or one-sided tone. Where can we find in which where can we find objective tone and objective tone being used? And in what instances can we find subjective tone being used?
Objective tones can be used when stating facts, and subjective tones can be found when a person is stating their personal opinions.
I mean, like, that's what I mean. Like, that's what I mean. So, I mean, like, okay, so would we find objective tone in
You mean like an actual example?
yeah, no, not an example. Like, would we find it in
You
would
mean
we find
third
it
person?
no, not downward person. Would we find okay, objective tone. Where would we find it? Would we find it in a magazine, or is it more likely to find a magazine or in a newspaper? Objective tone.
Newspaper.
Newspaper. And subjective tone, where it's most likely to find, and what essays would you find a subjective tone?
Personal essay.
Like a personal essay. All right. Okay, so all right. So today we're gonna talk about the topic is the importance of, well, let's just call it strengthening your vocabulary. Strengthening your vocabulary. So let's begin with some notes. So a great portion of becoming, like say, a great portion of English language has to do with your ability, or we could say your familiarity with certain words or how extensive your vocabulary is. It is important to have a wide vocabulary and to strengthen and to continuously strengthen your vocabulary. So when it comes to English language, a lot of English language has to deal with how much words you know, like how great your vocabulary is. And vocabulary is just, it deals with, the words you know, the words you understand, the words you could pronounce, and the words you understand the context in which they're talking about. Now, question, why is it important in English language for you to have a strong vocabulary? Why is that important? Let me
That's when
ask.
you go to
Let me ask. I'm gonna ask individually. China, why you think it is important for us to have a strong vocabulary in English? How could that help us?
I think it's important to have a strong vocabulary because it can actually help you with your essays and help the people, well, the BJC people, to think that you actually know what you're doing and you can write essays with it.
Okay, so it helps you to, it helps with your essays in delivering information. Okay. Jaleel. Where's Jaleel? Is Jaleel there? Oh, I think he left. Oh, he's right there. Jaleel, right?
Yes.
Why is it important, do you think, to have a strong vocabulary?
Pardon me?
Why is it important, you think, to have a strong vocabulary?
To consistently strengthen it.
No, why do you think it's important to have a strong vocabulary? Why is it important?
Oh, I'm not sure.
You don't have an idea of why? Let me ask Gilbriana, why do you think it's important to have a strong vocabulary?
So that when you're writing your essays, so that the teacher can like think that you know what you're doing and that I don't really know how to explain it.
Okay. Dari asked the answer. But I don't know if Dari, can you, where's Dari? I can't hear it, though, that's the problem. Malik Rule, why do you think it's important to have a strong vocabulary?
So that you can pronounce like difficult words and that you are more fluent in speaking.
Okay. So that you are more fluent in speaking. I like that.
Because, well, people, if you say the wrong words, that's going to offend some people. So you need to really strengthen your vocabulary. So,
Okay, very good. I like that. I like that one. I think it's important to have a vocabulary so you can better communicate with others. Very good. All of you all have very good reasons. Anyone else who I didn't call wanna explain why you think it's important to have a strong
me.
vocabulary? Go ahead, Jevin.
I think you should strengthen your vocabulary word. If somebody asks you like a question to like, say if you like a teacher or a principal and you have to teach someone and the students want to know what this word is, you should know it because you have to strengthen your vocabulary.
Okay. All right, very good. Very good reasonings, right? So it is important to have a strong vocabulary because number one, a strong vocabulary because this assists well, let me just write it as having a strong vocabulary can help you in writing more mature and sophisticated essays. So it's important to have a strong vocabulary because if you have a strong vocabulary, you can write essays that write essays that are more developed. You can write essays that are more mature and sophisticated. Also having a strong vocabulary because having a strong vocabulary helps you to avoid misspelling, right? Misspelling keywords. So inside of your exam, you're not gonna have any dictionary, you're not gonna have Google, you're not gonna have Bing, you're not gonna have any of those, you're not gonna have the internet. So you're gonna have to be able to spell words on your own, right? And so if you have a strong vocabulary, it would help you to avoid spelling words wrong. So that you could be able to write them on your essays, right? Also having a strong vocabulary helps you to be able to understand reading comprehension passages, on a deeper level. So you could imagine reading something inside of your exam, and because you don't understand what these words mean, then you don't really understand what the passage is about. You don't really understand what the author is trying to say, right? So if you have a strong vocabulary, then you'll be able to understand what the passage is saying, and you'll be able to answer the questions better because you understand what the passage that you read was saying, right? Also having a strong vocabulary, aids in fluency of speech. So like what's his name? Like Malik said, when you have a strong vocabulary, you are able to speak fluently, right? And avoid making mistakes when you're reading. All right. So these are at least 4 reasons why it's important to have a strong vocabulary. Now, I'm
What
gonna
about like if
go ahead.
it's like
Go
a
ahead.
sense of poise, right?
Okay, a sense of poise in doing what?
It sets your essay apart from other essays that might have regular words or common words.
Okay, yeah, that's correct. You're absolutely right. I agree. It falls under the first thing that we said with helping your writing to be more mature. But you're right, it does set you apart. It also gives you a greater sense of confidence. I need to put that. So having I mean that's important, but let me just put it. Having a strong vocabulary increases your confidence in your ability to comprehend and handle exam questions related to English. So you just have a greater confidence because you know that you know certain words, and you know that you have a good command of the English language. And so you're not afraid when it comes to the exam. You're not gonna panic because you actually know the words and you actually understand. All right. So Bree, can you read the first portion, a great portion of English language? Can you read that paragraph?
Having a strong vocabulary can help you in writing more.
No, a great portion.
Sorry. A great portion of English language has to do with your familiarity with certain words or how extensive your vocabulary is. It is important to have a wide vocabulary and to continuously strengthen your vocabulary. It is important to have a strong vocabulary because
Very good. You read the first one.
having a strong vocabulary can help you in writing more mature and sophisticated essays.
Very good. And Kingston, read the 4 reasons or 5 reasons why it's important to have a strong vocabulary, Kingston.
Yes, sir. Having a strong vocabulary can help you in reading more mature and sophisticated essays.
Writing.
Sophisticated writing. Having a strong vocabulary helps you to avoid misspelling keywords. Having a strong vocabulary helps you to be able to understand reading comprehension passages on a deeper level. Having a strong vocabulary aids in fluency of speech. Having a strong vocabulary increases your confidence in your ability to comprehend and handle exams questions related to English.
Very good. Sabria, are you there? Where's Sabria?
Yes, sir.
Good. Read the 4 reasons why it's important to have a strong vocabulary.
4 reasons why it's strong. Okay. Number 1, having a strong vocabulary can help you in writing more mature.
I can't hear you. Sound far from your laptop or whatever.
Number 1, having a strong vocabulary can help you in writing more mature and sophisticated essays. Number 2, having a strong vocabulary helps you to avoid misspelling keywords. Number 3, having a strong vocabulary helps you to be able to understand reading comprehension passages on a deeper level. Number 4, having a strong vocabulary aids in fluency of speech.
Very good. Read the 5th one as well.
Number 5, having a strong vocabulary increases your confidence in your ability to comprehend and handle exam questions related to English.
Very good. So it's very important that you have a strong vocabulary. That's probably having a strong vocabulary is a very, very important advantage that you have. If you do have a great and extensive vocabulary, you would automatically do way better than a lot of students. In fact, the reason why a lot of students don't do well is because they do not have a strong vocabulary. And so if you are able to, and that's something that you could do, something that's within your reach, you could strengthen your vocabulary, and we're going to talk about how to do it. But that's something that within your reach, that if you could do it, you will be 10 times better than, the average, because you have a great command of the English language and you understand what is being said, and you could communicate clearly what you want to say. Okay, so how to strengthen, how can an individual, let's say, how can you strengthen your vocabulary? So what are some ways that you could strengthen your vocabulary? How could you get better in that? How could you?
Reading books.
Okay. So one way, who said that? Gilbriana, very good. In order to strengthen your vocabulary, you can read. So reading. So when you read, and you want to read simple books, or you want to read books that challenge your vocabulary level. So reading books can assist. We can say reading books along with let's say reading books can strengthen your vocabulary. But you have to be careful that you choose the right type of books. So great care must be given to the type of books that are chosen. You want to choose books that are books that challenge you and that expose you to words that you are not familiar with. So when you're not gonna read a kindergarten book, right? You're gonna read books that challenge you. Read books that you have to like read books when you don't know the meaning of these words and you have to actually like search it up. So that brings me to the next point. While reading the books, jot down any word that you don't know. And any words that you don't know, what you're gonna do? Then what?
Search
then
it.
yeah, then search. You could search it up. You could either use a dictionary, a handheld dictionary, or you can go online and search up the word. Then find the correct meaning and pronunciation of the word. Okay. So when people say, "Oh, just read a book and then your vocabulary can increase," that's not true. There's two things that you need to be careful with whenever you're reading a book to make sure that you are going to strengthen your vocabulary. The first thing is that you want to make sure that it's not an easy peasy book. That's the first thing. So it must be a book that challenges you. Okay, it must be a book that challenges you. The second thing that it must be, whenever you're reading the book and you do not understand the word that is on the book or that is in the book, you stop reading. So stop reading, go online or get a dictionary and look up the meaning of the word, write that down and save it. Okay. And you always test yourself based off of the information in that book. Okay. So that's what you want to do. Do y'all understand me?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
sir.
Good. So that's what you need to do. So reading books can help. Do you know that there are apps that helps with vocabulary, right? So there are like, you can use apps. Apps help. Like they have if you go on the Play Store, instead of, playing video games that, doesn't help you, you could get you can download vocabulary apps that's gonna help you and challenge you, and they are very helpful as well. So download vocabulary, download and use consistently vocabulary apps. These are very helpful. These are very helpful. These are very helpful. If used in the right way. Okay, so you want to make sure that you download and use these vocabulary apps because they really help. You could also read instead, and not just books, but you could also read the encyclopedia. You can also read the dictionary. Yeah, read the dictionary. Like just go ahead and read the dictionary so you could like learn words from the dictionary. That's also a good one. And then you can also read a thesaurus, right? Anyone know what a thesaurus is? Thesaurus. That's like, yeah, thesaurus is basically.
It's kind of like a dictionary, but it's more high tech.
Yeah, it's kind of like a dictionary, but what it does is that it gives you similar words, right? It gives you similar words. So that, and the thesaurus is very good because it gives you similar words. So if you have a word, so let's say you have the word good, right? You go into the thesaurus and you look up that word good. It'll give you a little brief definition sometimes, and then it'll tell you what words that are similar to the word good. Okay. And then there's also another thing it does. It also gives you the opposites. All right. Also gives you the opposites. So it tells you what is the opposite of that word that you have. So read the encyclopedia, read the dictionary, read the thesaurus. These are very helpful resources to improve your vocabulary. All right. So how can you strengthen your vocabulary? Reading, memorizing. Go ahead. Anything else?
What about listening to great speakers or good speakers?
Yeah, I mean, listening to them helps, right? Listening to them helps because they help to trigger you and help you to see in context how to use certain words. So yeah, that helps, but nothing beats reading the dictionary, reading the thesaurus, vocabulary apps, reading books. Nothing beats that because you get so much more out of it, right? Because 9 times out of 10, the person who is speaking, most of the words you know, a little bit of words you don't know. So you don't really get a lot from it. But listening to people do help as well. Okay, and then there's also always you could also find a list of vocabulary words online. So just go online and type in vocabulary words for and put your grade in. So you could say vocabulary words for grade 12, vocabulary words for grade 11, vocabulary words for grade 8, for grade 9. And they give you a bunch of words, right? And then once you look at that list, right, you figure out which words you don't know. Whatever words you don't know, then you have to figure out what that word means. Okay? So find a list of vocabulary words online for your grade level. And whatever word that you are not familiar with, find the definition. Find the definition and memorize it. Okay. All right, good. I need so that's Casey, where's Casey? Where's Casey?
Yes.
Read how to strengthen your vocabulary.
How to strengthen your vocabulary. Reading books can strengthen your vocabulary. Great care must be given to the type of books that are chosen. You want to choose books that challenge you and that expose you to words that you are not familiar with. While reading the books, jot down any word that you do not know. Then find the correct meaning and pronunciation of the word.
Read the rest. Read the rest. Casey. Where's Casey?
I read you, Mr. Petit.
Read the rest. Download.
Download and use consistently vocabulary apps. These are very helpful if you use in the right way. Read the encyclopedia, read a dictionary, read a thesaurus.
Thesaurus.
These are very helpful resources to improve your vocabulary. Find a list of vocabulary words online for your grade level, and whatever word that you are not familiar with, find a definition and memorize it.
Very good. And where is Gilbriana? Where are you?
Yes, sir.
You say you need help with closed passages?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll help you with that.
Thank you.
And here's Kema.
Yes, sir.
Read how to strengthen your vocabulary.
Reading books can strengthen your vocabulary. Great care must be given to type of books and are chosen. You want to choose books that challenge you and that expose you to words that you are not familiar with. While reading the books, jot down any word that you do not know, then find the correct meaning and pronunciation of the word. Download and use consistently vocabulary apps. These are very helpful if used in the right way. Read the encyclopedia, read the dictionary, read what the word is again?
Thesaurus.
Wait, it's thesaurus?
This one, right?
Yeah. Yes,
Thesaurus.
I thought that was something else. Thesaurus. These very helpful resources to improve your vocabulary. Find a list of vocabulary words online for your grade level and whatever word that you are not familiar with. Find the definition and memorize it.
Very good. Very good. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna put this inside the chat for those persons who are still working.
You still there, Mr. Petit?
I'm right now. Okay. All right, so. All right, are y'all done with the slide? Let me know if y'all done with the slide.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No,
Take
sir.
a picture
Sir.
of this and send it to me, please, if you're done with the slide. Again, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of the slide and send it to me via WhatsApp once you're done with it. Take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you're finished with this, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. On strengthening your vocabulary and the importance of doing it. All right. Again, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Let me put this inside the chat. Okay, did I put, okay, I did. Did I put it inside? Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to put some words on the chat inside the on the screen. So we have about 25 words. 25 words. What I need, Rashawn, I need you to pronounce these words for me, please. Start from the first list.
Yes. The first word is ambiguous. The second word, benevolent, complacent, derivative.
Derivative.
Derivative, yeah. Eloquent, frivolous, gratuitous, right?
No.
Higher.
Gratuitous. Gratuitous.
Gratuitous. Hierarchy. Immutable. Juxtapose.
Juxtapose. Juxtapose.
Yeah, that song went, even though I said it right.
Yeah,
juxtapose. Kinetic, lament, meticulous, nefarious, ostentatious, pertinent, quandary, reticent, stoic, tangible, ubiquitous.
Yeah, ubiquitous.
Ferocious, wary, zenith, and abate.
And abate. Very good. Anyone else want to try with these vocabulary words? If you don't try, I'm gonna call you out. Aliana, go ahead and read it. Aliana, where's Aliana? Where's Aliana? Can you hear me, Aliana?
Yes, sir?
Read the vocabulary words I have on the screen.
Ambiguous, benevolent, complacent, derivative, eloquent, frivolous, gratuitous, hierarchy, immutable, juxtapose, kinetic, lament, meticulous, nefarious, ostentatious, pertinent, quaternary, reticent, stoic, tangible,
Ubiquitous
ubiquitous, voracious, wary, zenith, and abate.
and abate. Thank you. Anyone else want to try? Malik, read the vocabulary words.
Yes, sir. Ambiguous, benevolent, complacent, derivative, eloquent, frivolous, gratuitous, hierarchy, immutable, juxtaposed, kinetic, lament, meticulous, nefarious, ausonious,
No.
pertinent,
Ostentatious.
ostentatious, pertinent,
Pertinent.
literary, reticent, stoic, tangible,
Ubiquitous.
ubiquitous,
Ubiquitous.
voracous,
Voracious.
wary, voracious, wary,
That's not
zenith,
wary. That's not wary.
wary,
Wary, yeah.
wary, zenith, abate.
Zenith, abate. All right. I need you to pick 2 words from this list. Pick 2 words from this list. How many words?
2.
Pick 2 words from this list that you do not know the definition of. That you do not know the definition of. And put the definition of it inside the chat for me. Take 2 words from this list that you do not know the definition of. And go online, find the definition, or if you have a dictionary, find the definition and put your answers inside the chat for me. I need everyone to do that right now. Take 2 words from this list that you do not know the meaning of, and then put the definition of the word inside the chat. Again, what we're doing right now is I want you to take 2 words from the list that you do not know the meaning of. Right? Take 2 words from the list that you do not know the meaning of, and then put their meaning inside the chat for me, please. Take 2 words from the list that you do not know, search up the meaning, and then put your answer inside the chat. I need everyone to do that for me, please. Take 2 words from the list that you do not know and put it inside the chat, please. Ambiguous, not clear or decided, meticulous, showing great attention to detail, very careful, very good. Dari says ambiguous, open to more than one interpretation. Bree says benevolent. Paul says juxtaposed, place or deal with close for contrasting. Jaleel says stoic, being calm and almost without any emotion. Tangible, perceptible by touch. Chai, zenith, the time at which something is most powerful. Abate, become less intense or widespread. Very good. Again, I need you to go inside the chat and pick 2 words that you do not know the meaning of and put it inside the chat for me, please. So far, I have Dari, Chai, Jaleel, Paul, Bree, Veronique, and Dari. The rest of you need to answer. Rashawn, juxtapose, place or deal with close together for contrasting effect. Zenith, the time at which something is most powerful. Gilbriana, complacent, showing smug or uncritical satisfaction of one's achievement. Paul, quandary, a state of perplexity. quandary. Quandary, a state of perplexity or uncertainty over what to do or a difficult situation. Quandary. Have frivolous, not having any serious purpose or value. Frivolous. Frivolous. I need everyone to answer inside the chat for me, please. Give me 2 words from the list that you do not know the meaning of and put it inside the chat for me. By the way, for those who have not sent in their work via WhatsApp, I need you to do that. Evanies, feeling or showing caution. Ostentatious, something that is over flashy, just suppose to place 2 things together. Yeah, wary, that is wary for true. It is wary. Feeling or showing caution about possible dangers. Yeah, it is wary, Malik, it is wary. Feeling or showing caution about possible dangers or problems. Nefarious, wicked, or criminal. Ubiquitous, present, appearing, or found everywhere. Benevolent, meaning and kindly. Well-meaning and kindly. All right, if you already sent in your work and you already posted your definitions inside the chat, then you can go. If you had already posted your definitions inside the chat and you already posted your work, then you can leave.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night, Paul.
Good night, Mr. Badee.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.